YouTube is really pushing the YouTube Shorts these days. They are just competing with Instagram, TikTok, and the other platforms that have the short videos and are doing very well. Well, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that you can go to and check out how to do shorts if that's something you're interested in. This one right here is just going to specify on a certain technique that a lot of people seem to be having problems with. Just like myself, I have shot so much material in the horizontal frame. In order to post a short on YouTube, it needs to be in the vertical frame. Basically, you have this is your horizontal frame, but a vertical frame is a 9x6 and it's up and down. Or a lot of people will call it the portrait frame. So how do you do that? And we all have, as creators, so many thousands of minutes worth of video that can easily be chopped up into these YouTube shorts. But how do you do it? There are probably different ways out there, and people are coming up with them. Just a little bit to figure it out, but this is how I got the system to work. And what I wanted to do is pass it on to you. Just to post it on YouTube Community Corner, a Facebook page that I belong to. But I'm also going to put it on YouTube just in case there's other creators out there that might be having trouble and trying to figure this out. This is how I decided that it was going to work the best for me to try to take a lot of this horizontal video that I have available and turn it into a vertical format in order to make my YouTube shorts and be able to upload them on YouTube as a short. Oh, by the way, if you do post a YouTube video short, be sure and put your title, and right next to your title, put hashtag shorts. You got to do that. If you don't do that, YouTube is not going to post it as a short. And even some of my shorts that I put out, for some reason, they don't become shorts. They become just a short video. And I haven't figured that out yet, why every once in a while they'll kick one out. I'm not sure. It's YouTube. YouTube rules their platform, and so I just try to play by the rules and do the best I can. So here's a classic example. What I've got here on my MacBook right now, a couple little video clips of a tractor pull that I went to the other night. And these are both shot in horizontal. So you can see that when I play it, this is how it would look like if I did a normal video in the horizontal frame. Always do is I make my videos about 14 seconds, between 14 and 15 seconds. YouTube loves 15-second shorts, and if YouTube loves them, that's what I love. That's what I'm going to put out. I'm not going to put a 30-second, a 60-second. I'm not going to push the limit, even though a lot of people are. I want to go ahead and do what YouTube prefers, and that way there, I think I've got my best possibility of one of my shorts showing up on what they call the short shelf. This whole system I'm in is iMovie. I do all my editing, all my producing on iMovie. I love iMovie. I love audio library. To me, it just works so good. Pay for that are really nice, that are probably more advanced than iMovie. But you know what? This is free, and it works for me, and I really like it a lot. Once I get my video put in here, how do I know what this video is going to look like in the vertical position rather than the horizontal position? I can clearly see it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks. So the simple solution is I came up with a piece of paper. And I cut this piece of paper in the approximate dimensions, a vertical 9x16 compared to a horizontal 16x9. I'll put my piece of paper up here and I'll see if it's going to work. A lot of horizontals is not going to work in 9x16. Your subject just runs out of the frame too easy. It's just a kind of a lot of problems, so you got to have to figure out what sections of your video that's going to work in the 9x16. The reason I have to do this is because I can go in and I can edit horizontal 16x9, but what it does is it pulls it down through the top and it pulls it down on the sides. It will not pull just the sides only. iMovie pulled in the sides only. I could do this without the piece of paper. but it won't do that. So I'm just dealing with what I have, and you go on with it. Anytime we have problems like this as creators, we just go on with it. We don't whatever, get mad about it. We just go on with it. There's my subject, and I think that looks pretty close right there. So let's see what happens when I hit play. Okay, so I could see that my tractor kind of ran outside of the square, so I will just take a mental note of that and move it over a little bit. So the tractor starting out, I just shifted it. I had it right here, so I'll just shift it over a little bit more, and we'll see if that makes a difference. You got to kind of work with it a little bit. So let's see. I originally, when I set it up, was about right here, so I'm just going to move it over here, and let's see what happens. There we go. Now that I know it's going to work, the only other thing that I might do, which I'm not going to do to this one because I have the tractor noise and I have the engines and it sounds pretty good. But sometimes I will drag in from audio library. I'll put it in there and I'll get my music just right, save it, download it onto my Android phone, which my Android phone from there will take care of the rest of the process. That's kind of a way to get around the horizontal that we all have shot for years and years into the vertical frame in order to make a YouTube short, and load up my Nikon camera so I can show you the final stages on how I do this. I just want to show you something else real quick. Let me go up here and shut down iMovie. Let's shut this down. You see all this on my screen? All of the ones that look like a picture and have a description, those are all shorts ready to go. That's just the tip of the iceberg for me. I have thousands of hours worth of good video that I can just go in and pick shorts out all day long. And somebody actually mentioned the other day they had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 movies starting to build up on them, and they're not having enough time, and they're getting kind of frustrated. Blue folders over here, these are all folders that I am going to still produce. When you're a YouTube creator, this is what it's all about, and it's always a very good thing to have work built up. It's like money in the bank. So here I have the video that I just produced on iMovie, and I've sent it over to my Android phone. And this is going to be the YouTube short that I want to do. Pull the video up. This is an Android phone, and I'm sure the iPhones have the exact probably app or built-in app or camera app. But this is just built in into my Android. This is not something that I actually downloaded. It came with the Android phone. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to hit the edit button, and it's going to bring this up right here. Okay, so at the bottom, you'll see here is where I can make the clip longer or shorter, but I do all that on the iMovie. So by the time it hits my phone, it has already been edited to the size that I want. It's just a matter of turning it into the 9:16 vertical format so I can post it on YouTube and they'll like it. And YouTube will be happy with the video. It'll be a 9:16 vertical portrait and there's no problems. We go on from there. So what I'll do is I'll hit this right here. Now, at the bottom, you'll see it says right here, free space. But if I tap that, anyways, down here at the bottom, you'll see it says free 1134 9/16 full. The vertical format is 9/16. So watch what happens when I hit the 9/16. Bam. See how much that shut off right there? That's an amazing how much of that video area is now going to be shut off compared to this. So the one thing I found out is I will cinch it down as far as I can. That helps fit the subject into this vertical box right here. So I'll cinch it down as far as it'll go. There we go. It's at the end of the video, and I know I want my tractor at the end of the video for sure. So what I want to do is just move my subject about right there. See, so you can see how much of that video is being cut out, but let me see if that's going to work or not. So what I noticed at the very end, my tractor kind of ran out of the screen and then came back in. So I want to go ahead and shift everything just a little bit more this way. Okay? So I'm still getting the start of the video. I don't get quite the front of the tractor, but I still get the exhaust coming out, which is important. I get the pilot in there, and I also get the sled. The more I slide it one way, I'll get the sled that he's pulling taken off, and let's see if the tractor at the end will stay inside the frame. If I can tweak something just a little bit more, I will. And the old saying is, a movie is really never finished. It's just the editor gets tired and wants to go home. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's go ahead and save it, and it'll give me the full view of what my subscribers are going to see here in probably about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You got to remember, your shorts have got to be rock and roll, exciting, fast moving. Hey, but then again, if you go to my channel and look at my shorts, I've got some pretty wild stuff. I really am good at these shorts. It's a natural. You're either going to be good at it or you're not. And I just like to throw some music in there. I like to mix all kind of crazy stuff in there. And to me, like I said, it's a lot of fun. So let me put some sound to that. This is what my subscribers are going to see. Like I said, like I'm wearing a watch, less than 5 minutes from now, here's what my subscribers are going to see. And hey, if you guys want to see them too, go on over to the channel and check it out. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. There we go. I like it. It goes out of the frame just a little bit right at the end. It's almost like a little bit of a teaser factor because you think it's going to run on out, and then the video pulls over and the tractor's right in the center of the frame when he shuts her down. I like it. So I like this little guy right here with his earphones right here too. Pretty cool. I hope that helps you out. Appreciate you coming by, checking this out. I'm going to post this on YouTube Community Corner here in just a little bit. If you have any comments, any questions, let me know. Always glad to help out. So I think that's going to work out pretty good as far as that YouTube short. Now here's the thing. May do really well. If it gets put on the short shelf, I may get a couple thousand views just like that within a couple hours. Now a couple thousand views, my channel's a small channel, that's a lot of views to me. To other channels, they want 200,000 views or it's not worth doing. I guess because so many shorts are hitting the short shelf at any given time, or trying to get on the short shelf at any given time, that sometimes your shorts just won't do anything. I just posted one this afternoon, and it's on a muscle car. I was driving out in the country, and a muscle car goes by, and I filmed him and put it out there, and it's got maybe a dozen views on it so far. So that tells me it's probably not going to make the short shelf. Oh well. That's the way it goes, right? Only 750,000 shorts are allowed on that little short shelf. So guess what? Your video's not always going to make that short shelf. And if it does, and if it does well, hey, it may hang around there for a while. To my channel, it's really been working out good because I've really noticed a tick up in subscribers, and I appreciate that, and I think it's doing my channel a lot of good. Experiment with it, try it. Hey, remember, if you post a short and it doesn't do any good for a couple weeks, you can always take it back off. If it has any views at all, remember, don't delete the short, just unlist it. That way you still keep the views that you had, which is activity for your channel. If you delete it, you lose the activity, you lose everything on it. Okay, I hope that little explanation helps you out. It's helped me out, and now I'm on the process of making these YouTube shorts. The only problem I have is that I don't want to flood my channel completely with YouTube shorts. Could be very easy to do. So I still want to put my standard 12, 15-minute videos out. I usually put out at least once a week. Right now I'm averaging about 2 a week. With a total of, I think I'm around 330 videos, something like that. So I don't want to flood my channel with these YouTube shorts, but I also find it very relaxing. I find it a lot of fun, and there's so much material out there in the world. I can't hardly go to the grocery store and come back without having a YouTube short with me. I hope this helps you out. I appreciate you coming to the channel. Hey, if you would, hammer down that subscribe button. Hey, that's what I always say. I know the YouTube creators out there, you know, we're busy. We probably have a lot of subscribers already. But hey, if you like my material, hammer down that subscribe button, okay? And you have a good day.